Hello, welcome to another YouTube video. I just got back from London and I got an Ultra Celestial video for you this time. A best out of 3 against someone in a tournament, a practice tournament that I was playing. And we're just gonna take a very quick look at the meta and what's good here. And these battles, I tell you, if you like good battles, stay. They were very good. That's the only. I didn't plan on making a video on this, but because they were so good, I kind of wanted to. The Ultra Celestial meta is Ultra League. It's restricted Ultra League for factions, and basically this here is the meta. A lot of things are allowed, a lot of things are banned. Basically, what you're gonna see in this meta is a lot of Cresselia, because Psychic is allowed, and the most aggressive Ghosts and Darks, like Trevenant, Mandibus, Obstagoon, and Giratina, are not allowed. On top of that, there's no charm, so other dark types could be pretty good. And there has been made an exception for some poison darks. As you can see, a lot of Mug, Skunk, Drapion, and Overquill, which is new. So that's kind of the meta in a nutshell. Obviously, you can see more about what's allowed and what's not allowed. Let's take a look real quick at the ranking on PvP. As you can see, Regirock is number 1 here, and that's basically because it has the quickest ground type nuke. PvP recommends Focus Blast, but in factions you have the flexibility to TM, and I think Earthquake is the way, because there's gonna be a lot of Drapion. Drapion is only rank 8 here, Shadow, but it's definitely one of the best in this meta. On top of that, actually, some dragons like Zekrom and Dialga are very meta, so that's why Regirock also does very well. And if you still want Focus Blast for like normal types, you can just TM that on it. Cresselia, I mean, you have a Psychic type meta. What do you expect? Obviously, Cresselia is the most OP mod. So basically, what this meta is gonna be, it's gonna be like a triangle between Regirock, or maybe it's more 4-way. Maybe more like Regirock, Cresselia, Snorlax, or Lickers in general. Licky has also a nice pool of moveset. And Drapion. Drapion is very strong as well. That's enough talking about what the meta is. Let's just take a look real quick at the battles as I scroll through everything else that's allowed. I think things like Lapras and Polion Skarmory are also very good generalists. So these are the teams that we have. I'm running triple Shadow here, which is Snorlax, Drapion, Lapras. I think those 3 are very strong, especially since there's no Wall Ring, so Lapras is obviously the most dominant Water Ice again there. And I have Flygon for some Regirock coverage. I'm not a fan of it though, and to be honest, I rarely used Flygon in any other Celestial matchups. It's really just to keep myself safe from that Regirock. And last that I have is Bronzong to cover Cresselia, basically. But Drapion and Ghosts, if people are using those like Dark and Ghosts, are just very scary. And obviously I have Cresselia. My opponent also has some very top meta picks, which are Cresselia and Regirock, basically the top 2, which is very scary. It's looking pretty interesting here. Let's take a look at these battles. I'm gonna scroll a bit up ahead. Basically, what you want to do in Celestial that I found so far is you just almost always want to play Drapion and Snorlax. They're your safest option. So I'm gonna play something like a little bit ABB, but also not really, because I just brought my 3 strongest against Regirock, I guess, except for the Crest, because I'm also a bit afraid of this Drapion and Kofa. I have Dragon Tail for better fast move pressure. That's what Dragon Tail is best for, right? See what he has for second move. It is Focus Blast, so my Snorlax has to be a little bit more careful, and my Drapion much less so. You definitely want Stone Edge on Regirock in this meta because it's his cheapest move. They no-shield my bait. Oh, everyone knows I am so good at baiting. They just no-shield nowadays. It's very frustrating. They no-shield again. I guess I'll just let Flygon go at this point. It doesn't really hard beat a lot of other things on my opponent's line. It kind of does okay against Drapion, I guess. We're probably just gonna lick this down, because I think if I farm down with Drape, he gets to a Stone Edge, which will hurt. And never mind, I'm crazy. I'm gonna go for it. And I'll eat this Stone Edge, I guess. You should have listened to future me. And Stone Edge does do half damage on my Shadow Drapion. I do run Aqua Tail in this meta for opposing Drapions. Let's see what they bring in. They bring in a Goodra. This is not so good. This thing learns Muddy Water, Power Whip, Draco, and Sludge Wave, so it can bait me pretty well. Also, look at the CP. I think my opponent just really wanted to use Goodra so bad that they built their worst Kumi, and they bait me. They bait me. I failed to bait them. They succeed to bait me. I'll throw the Body Slam to try and take this out. I would expect a shield here because they probably want to nuke me, but I guess not. And in the back is a Kofa. I'm even more confused by this no shield now because this is a pretty good matchup for Snorlax, you would think. But this is Ultra League, and Kofa is a very bulky Pokemon in Ultra League, and my charge moves just don't do much unless I manage to land Earthquake. You don't really want to review your second charge move on Snorlax too early on, but I do here because of that. I was praying he would no-shield that. So, yeah, interesting play by my opponent there. I'm not sure about the Goodra. We'll see how they adjust. And I think my strategy will probably be very similar to what I did before. Snorlax and Drapion really are key in this meta. Even if your opponent is running fast move oppressive Pokemon like Dialga, Zekrom, or Goodra. Let's see, my opponent leads the Kofa Grigas. This is so-so. It's a very neutral matchup. Kofa has the better charge moves here, and I try to catch his move. I wait half a second so he throws on his perfect timing, but I'm able to swap. So I catch the Shadow Ball on the Snorlax, and in comes the Regirock to answer, which sucks because he just outpaces me. He outpaces me, and I don't want to let my Lexi go. No, Lexi, I want to keep you. I like Lexi. So I'm just gonna lick more. The Snorlax just hacking loves licking rocks. And then go for the no bait. He's been calling baits the whole time. So I'm guessing he would shoot that. Doesn't matter. I just want to get him lower. I don't think I'll shoot again, do I? Let's see. I don't remember already. These are actually from like 2 weeks ago. But I don't know. I just figured that this is still a pretty good battles. And I like featuring different metas as well. So I go for another Earthquake. Just get shields down or the KO. I also want to make sure that my Lapras or my Flygon can just KO that thing, the Kofa, when shields are down, right? So that's nice as well. Didn't bring any Crest, so Kofa doesn't really have any hard targets. I have some energy on the Flygon here, and I'll throw the Dragon Claw right there. And they catch on the Drapion. Insane catch. Insane catch. Because if they fail that, I will Earth Power their butt. Their butt. Their butt. Swapping my Lapras here. Lapras is a very dominant generalist due to its bulk. Shadow is a bit less bulk, but still very oppressive. I already loved it in Great League. It's even better in Ultra. And I'll perfectly time my serve there. Serve will really chunk on this thing. And that should do it. There's no way he gets to another one, does he? There's no way he gets to another one, does he? Okay. He doesn't. Very close, very close. Let's see. He still has 2 Pokemon. It's the Kofa and the Regirock. In comes the Regirock. The Regirock, however, wins CMP against my Lapras. I have an Excel Shadow Lapras, so I'm not really used to winning CMPs. And they go in their Kofa now. And this actually becomes a really close matchup now. But this Earth Power is a pretty strong move from an attack-weighted Pokemon here. So this might take out the Kofa. It doesn't, though. Does he get to the Shadow Ball? He does not get to that Shadow Ball. Does he get to a Focus Blast here before get to the Dragon Claw? He does not. Very close game. Very close game. Very well played from my opponent as well. Boom. And that takes out the Regirock. So, key to winning these games, I think, was just not bringing Cresselia. Even though it's so good in this meta, people are always going to have counters to it as well. I think it's very unreliable. And now I lead my... Now that I run it, I lead it into a Drapion. I safe swap my own. Drapion is like by far the best safe swap in this meta. Because there aren't really any hard answers, right? And pretty much everyone's running Aqua Tail here. Which is not a hard-hitting move. It comes out very fast though. I don't really know what to expect. Maybe they run another answer to Crest in the back, like their Kofa, which you obviously don't want to swap into Drapion, because that's a pretty bad matchup. Yeah, my Aqua Tails don't do a lot here, so that's okay. The thing is, Drapion throws these charge moves so fast that the timer stalls way longer. So if they actually have another, if they actually want to preserve that Drapion, I can just swap out again as well and align my Cresselia somewhere else. I am expecting the Kofa at this point though, so maybe Snorlax can put in a lot of work. Let's see what he does. I catch the Aqua Tail here, I believe. I hope. This is not great still, if he has Kofa, but I might be able to get to a crunch on my Drapion still, because I have some energy there. And it is his own Cresselia in the back. So I'm very much expecting his Kofa now, because otherwise you would not bring this into my Snorlax. This is not that terrible for Cress. I believe 2 Future Sights, and it is Future Sight. 2 Future Sights might take me out. 2 Moonblast might even do it at this range already. Again, Cresselia is one of the bulkiest Pokemon in this meta. Look at those legs. They're super effective, I swear, but they just don't do that much, honestly, which is kind of unfortunate. But I'm just going to double shield here. They'll struggle a lot with taking down my Snorlax. I'm going to go for another Body Slam here. Let's see what he does. Maybe he's trying to get to another move. Finally, pulling the shield from this Cress. Going for another Body Slam. They must have the Kofa in the back, right? They must have Kofa Grigas in the back. Let's see. They no-shield this. I try to catch, but... I do catch. I kind of do catch, but I want to snipe this with the Aqua Tail. But I accidentally do a Poison Sting there. So this is actually not great, but I do have my Lax with energy and some good health here. So I'm just going to lick him down. And it is the Kofa Grigas indeed in the back. Kofa Grigas is definitely one of the top tier picks in this meta, I think. But just like Cress, Lose is very hard to drape. On the other hand, that does give you a lot of opportunity to give you some ABB stress, right? Like bait out the Drapion with Cresselia, sweep with the Kofa Grigas. I think Lickers are also very common though, so this is not very great. Let's see. He does shield my Earthquake correctly. Maybe should have baited here, then I would have had another Earthquake now, which is unfortunate. I'll just do another Body Slam for some chip. I'm guessing he's counting. And I catch the Dark Pulse here, hopefully. If it's Shadow Ball, it will do a ton. If it's Dark Pulse, non-step Dark Pulse, probably won't even do even half. It does like what, 25%, 30%? Doesn't do much. But this Shadow Ball will do so much. This tap Shadow Ball will do so much. Look at how beautiful that Pokemon is, by the way. And I wait for them to catch, but they don't. So I throw my Grass Knot to take out the Kofa. Can I get a 3-0 here? It's going to be very close. Oh boy, wait, the timer's coming up. And a charge move costs 10 seconds. We just hit the 10 seconds, so I believe this is going to be a timeout now. And I can't lick down or throw my move on this Drapion, unfortunately. Which loses me this game. That's another thing in Ultra League. You're going to have a lot of timeout because Pokemon are bulky and you're throwing a lot of charge moves. So the timer stalls more and more and more and more. So yeah, that was an Ultra Celestial practice battle. I kind of like this meta so far. I kind of like it, even though I felt like... At first I felt like it's the same Pokemon over and over and over. But I think even if it is, it could still be very flexible and fun. So yeah, like if Pokemon like Durant can be meta, yo, you got a good meta probably. Alright, I hope you liked the video and see you in the next one.